The finale, Doom Woods. Very Mastodon kind of vibe. What the fuck?
They say don't walk.
Woo!
But where the light shines, the devil is alive. I've seen hell through a child's eyes, and I know in time the devil I will find. The devil I will find.
Ooh, what the fuck was that production? That was cool. Wearing the same mask as that, right? Actually, no, they're wearing the same mask as the one he wears on I Will Find You. Maybe that's what leads right into Ken. Because I Will Find You, they're in the woods. Wendigos. That's what it is. That's what they're supposed to represent is Wendigos. Cannibals in the woods. Band live. I gotta know. They're in Slipknot? You're always at concerts, bro. I don't know how you get to go to concerts having a baby, man. It's so hard for me to go to concerts having my boy. Well, my wife will let me. The problem is it's a drive, dude. I don't have anyone to go with either. My wife will let me go to concerts. Yeah, man. Hopefully, dude. Cool album. Doomwood's video produced by Crystal Spotlight. Cool album. I like it. It's very, very different instead of Kin. And then it leads right into I Will Find You right after that, because he's already in the woods when that video starts. Very, very, very fitting end to bring it right into Kin. And a lot of people probably back then didn't know that there was going to be a sequel. Or maybe the die-hard Whitechapel fans probably knew there was going to be a sequel, but you know, just a casual fan probably wouldn't know that there would be a sequel to this album. I like this. This is a good album. Do I like it better than Kin? That's the question, but that's why we're here. Let's get to my pause moment. My pause moment on this album is gonna go to yeah, I think that's probably gonna be the one right there, the pause moment. We Are One, that and it goes right into that genty breakdown. Very, very cool. That is something that made me punch my chair, and y'all know me. Y'all know me. If I punch my chair, then we're having it. So, yeah. That was probably the best moment on this album, in my personal opinion. There was a tie, however. I really like Hickory Creek, the chorus, when it really comes in, and then the harmonies. Very, very cool, very unexpected as well, but I'm gonna have to pick We Are One for my pause moment. My pause picks on this album, number one favorite track on this album is going to We Are One, of course. Absolutely fucking awesome song, very genty. Wasn't expecting gent on this album at all, and that breakdown was just so brutal, dude. I love that. Definitely probably the best track on this album. Number two is going to Forgiveness is Weakness. I love this track. Yeah, that's a sick track. I like that a lot. I love the lyrics because it talks about, you know, just spitting on someone's grave that was such a piece of shit in your life. And I can relate to that. I can really relate to that. I have a lot of pieces of shits that were in my life that I would like to just spit on their graves. But unfortunately, I won't do it because I have forgiven them. I've turned to Christ. But at the same time, this is an awesome track. I love this. And number three, it's gonna have to go to Hickory Creek. The harmonies, the chorus, it's just the bee's knees. It's fucking awesome. It's an awesome track. I think it's definitely deserving of my third place. And this has a powerful story behind it as well. Losing a loved one, very, very rough thing to go through. I've went through it 3 times, 4 times, 5 times in my life now that I've been through it, and it is not fucking easy to go through. And I think a lot of my viewers can really attest that it's not easy at all. A lot of my friends can attest that it's not an easy thing to happen in your life, and it's very, very hard to get over. Album MVP. Now this is where we're gonna kind of jump and shift gears here. Hang on. Literally reminding me of Dimebag Darrell and Adam Jones put together. Yeah, I gave it to the guitarist. I think this album, I'm gonna have to give it to the drummer, and his name was mentioned a lot. Dude, his drums is so technical, bro. Naveen Koperweiss is. You're sure that's the drummer on this album, right? Naveen Koperweiss. Absolutely fucking insane drummer, bro. Just listen to this technical groove that he has on this song. every other note is a fill, and that's how you can tell it's a good drummer. 2 does the same shit in Sleep Token. Right there. Yeah, man. Awesome drummer. Definitely gonna get my MVP spot. Similar artist. All right. Mother's addiction, her death, and his childhood. Yeah, it was a true story. Holy crap. So his mother is addicted to drugs, or was addicted to drugs. That's interesting. All right. So I'm just gonna have to throw this one in here. I'm gonna throw my 2 cents in. I'm gonna say Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter is definitely on here for similar artists. I don't know why it's not on similar artists for Whitechapel, which would make sense. It wouldn't make sense because Whitechapel is not really a Christian band. Demon Hunter is. So I can see why the fans wouldn't want to listen to Demon Hunter or Whitechapel or whatever, you know. But I'm gonna put them down as one of the big ones. Five Finger Death Punch is another one as well, especially with the vocals of Phil with his cleans. Very, very reminiscent of that as well. I gave it to Pantera again. I guess I can give it to a subtle reference to Pantera. Yeah, I do agree with that. It definitely has that Pantera kind of sounding sound, I guess. Especially guitars. Definitely. I'm guessing that's Ben again on the guitars, doing those dime bombs. Tool, yeah, very subtle, but it has that kind of progressive elements, especially with Phil's vocals again, and sometimes with the technical drums kind of bringing off. Naveen, I think, is kind of inspired by Danny Carey, so I'll definitely probably throw that in there for Tool. And I'm gonna have to go again with Fit for an Autopsy. Fit for an Autopsy's kind of whole vibe and aspect to their music really matches this album as well. So we'll go ahead and give it to them, especially with they're not their most recent album, but the one before that I took a look at on the channel. Sorry, I'm fucking tired, guys. But yeah, definitely Fit for an Autopsy. Subgenres. What are the subgenres for this album? All right, let's just get the main one out of the way, and that's deathcore. This is still deathcore. It has that very brutal aspect, and it has those breakdowns in it, and it has the screams, right? That's what deathcore is all about, and deathcore is also about, you know, dealing with real fucking instances in your life and basically saying fuck God and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm not like that, but yeah. Number 2, we're gonna have to give it to Gent. Yeah, there's a lot of tracks on here really brought out that Gent vibe, Gent aspect with this whole album. Very kind of like After a Burial and early Born of Osiris kind of sounding S tracks, Veil of Maya, stuff like that. So we'll go ahead and give it to Gent. The third one would be Thrash. It's very kind of thrashy sometimes in this album, with the drums and the guitars. Yeah, very thrashy. So we'll go ahead and give it to Thrash. Is that the third one? Yes, the third one. The next one's gonna be death metal. Yeah, this is very death metal, as well as it is deathcore, right? So death metal and metalcore put together is deathcore, but at the same time, it still has that classic death metal feel to it. I really can't really give this to progressive at all. I can't. I was going to, but this album's not that progressive compared to Kin, and I'm gonna have to leave it as that. The final is going to... It is groovy, but not really groovy that much. It's a bit more technical than it is groovy, so we're gonna have to give it the technical. So probably not really tech death, but it's technical. I just give it the regular technical for the final subgenre. The Implication. The Valley is a narrative deathcore album rooted in real trauma, unfiltered emotion, and family history. It confronts themes of abuse, religious conflict, mental illness, and resilience. Using direct lyrics even from his mother's diary, I did not know that, to forge a powerful, raw, and honest artistic statement. The music reflects this intimacy through heavier dynamics, clean vocals, and a cinematic, atmospheric tone that sets it apart in their discography. Very, very unique album. I liked it. However, did I like this more than Kin? No. And for one reason only, that fucking fade out. Why? Why put it in? I hate when bands do this. I hate when bands put a fade out in their music when it's not an intermission or it's not the end of the album. That being said, I'm giving this album, this is my rating for the Valley. I'm giving this album a 9.5 out of 10. That fade out really hurt this album. I wasn't expecting that on the third fucking track. I didn't like that at all. That being said, it's not the best Whitechapel album I have listened to so far. The best Whitechapel album I have listened to is Kin. And I guess time will tell what's going to be better than that. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. The next album will be next weekend. And it's going to be a podcast. That's right. We're bringing in the actual members of the band Lilith from the Philippines to come with us and look at their album In Garden of Sins. Excuse me. Very interested to hear this album. They're kind of like a Kill Switch, Engage kind of sound. And yeah, I'm very excited to talk to Nicole and to talk to the other guys of the band. And me and Nicole have been talking about basically making this happen since the beginning of this year, because they won the Band of the Year for last year. All of the votes went to them, and I'm very, very happy that they won. I'm also mailing them a trophy. But yeah, very, very excited to get to this one. I hope you guys will join me. If this is your first time here and you enjoyed yourself, click the like button, click the subscribe button, leave a comment on what I can check out more by Whitechapel or any band in particular. And if you want to get something on the channel out right now, watch the channel trailer or come to our link tree to request an album, song, or EP. Appreciate you for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace!